I remember being really young, I'd say like 8, 9, 10, like around that time. And I remember having shortness of breath and going to my mom and telling her that. In hindsight, not even my mom could tell me, oh, that's anxiety. There's been moments for sure where like even it's me who's freaking out. So I'm like.
Kendall Jenner shattered expectations and claimed the title of the world's highest paid supermodel in 2018 as Forbes reported her earnings to be an astounding $22.5 million that year. This news sent shockwaves through the modeling world, the influencer sphere, and social media terrains alike. Traditionally, the modeling industry was dominated by individuals who had climbed the ranks through years of hard work and experience, or at least were perceived to have done so. Jenner's career has been a blend of remarkable success and a fair share of controversy. Her rapid rise to the top has sparked debates and whispers within the industry, with some traditionalists questioning the merit of this new path to fame. Kendall Jenner's interest in modeling first caught national attention when she was just 14, with a little help from her mother, Kris Jenner. In 2009, Kris managed to get her daughter signed with Wilhelmina Models, setting the stage for her burgeoning career. Jenner swiftly landed her first gig modeling for Forever 21, and by 2012, she had graced the cover of American Cheerleader magazine. By 2013, Jenner was ready to dive into the high fashion scene. She posed for Miss Vogue Australia, covered Harper's Bazaar Arabia, and inked a deal with Society Management. However, it was in 2014 that Jenner truly made waves in the fashion industry, walking her first high fashion runway for Marc Jacobs. The then 18-year-old stirred the media with a see-through top, a bold move that garnered significant attention and led to numerous print and runway bookings. Jenner had since nonchalantly remarked that she loves her tits being out. That year, she strutted for prestigious brands such as Chanel, Balmain, and Tommy Hilfiger, became an official Estee Lauder representative, and graced the covers of Interview and Love magazine. Though Kendall Jenner frequently claims that being a Kardashian actually hindered her career, many insiders believe her reality TV fame propelled her rapid rise in the modeling industry. This is particularly plausible in an era where models can be hired based on their follower count alone. In a 2019 interview with Vogue Australia, Jenner remarked, "A lot of people assumed that because I came from a name that it was a lot easier for me to get where I got. But actually, it's the complete opposite." Kendall Jenner, the reality star turned model, often reminisces about attending castings in the middle of nowhere during the early days of her career. She has emphasized on multiple occasions, including a 2021 reunion episode of The Kardashians, that she definitely worked her way to the top. However, this narrative seems at odds with an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where her mother, Kris Jenner, is seen saying, "I've spent the last 2 days calling everyone I know, making sure I can set Kendall up with the best modeling agency possible." This effort led the then 13-year-old Kendall to secure her first contract with Wilhelmina Models. Isn't it interesting how those humble beginnings were perhaps not so humble after all? Later, in a new interview with Vogue, Kendall Jenner opened up about her high fashion runway debut with Marc Jacobs in 2014. Though she had walked runways before, this moment was pivotal in establishing her as a high fashion model, garnering extensive media attention. "I really went into that season thinking, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm just gonna try," Kendall revealed to Vogue. Reflecting on that whirlwind period, Kendall said, "That was kind of like, what the fuck? This is crazy. This is actually happening. I remember the excitement and the disbelief of that time. And from there, the takeoff was really fast." Adding to the intrigue, Marc Jacobs himself commented on her rise, noting, "I wasn't excited by the Kardashian fame. I was aware of who they were. There was no judgment, but I have a job to do, a fashion show, and that means finding models who can show the clothes the way I think they should be shown." Interestingly, it was Marc's longtime collaborator and stylist, Katie Grand, who suggested they meet. It seems that behind every iconic moment, there's always a bit more to the story than meets the eye. Kendall Jenner seemed eager to prove her critics wrong. "I think they didn't believe in me when I came into the industry," she confessed. "That's been a constant narrative in the hater world online, and at times, that's been really hard." In a somewhat puzzling twist, Kendall added, "When I came into it, you didn't really see quote-unquote famous girls. Cara Delevingne was probably the biggest one who was known outside of modeling. She opened up that door for me, and from there, it blew up into a whole new thing. She then also continued, now there's another vibe coming through. You're seeing a lot of social media creators at the shows. It's great. It's always just shifting and changing, and you take it day by day. I suss out the vibe. Does it align with me? If it still does, great. You don't know what's around the corner. And if you're the Jenners, you must know that Kris Jenner shared a behind-the-scenes tidbit about Kendall's early career. She spoke about inviting Victoria's Secret photographer Russell James to their home when Kendall was just 15. A move Kris credits with kickstarting her daughter's career. Kendall decided very young exactly what she wanted to do, and it kind of became my mission to help her get there, Kris revealed. So I told her, put on your prettiest party dress and put a big bow in your hair, like I always did. Instead, Kendall came walking down the double staircase in the skinniest jeans, the biggest heels, her hair all messy. Kendall did Kendall, and the rest is history. Later on, Jenner was announced as the highest earner in the industry, indicating that the backlash she faced was perhaps only temporary. Since then, she's graced the covers of nearly every major American magazine and has become a staple during Fashion Month. Despite the Kardashian empire's recent turmoil, Kendall Jenner's modeling career seems remarkably unaffected. However, the 28-year-old supermodel has faced her share of challenges, including a decline in her once dominant industry presence and struggles with mental health issues. While influencers are the contemporary faces of the fashion industry, Jenner, with her 262 million Instagram followers, still faces frequent scrutiny from fashion fans who critique everything from her walk to her facial expressions. Despite this, Jenner undeniably sets trends, consistently topping best dressed lists for her red carpet appearances and laid-back street style alike. Beyond her modeling success, part of Jenner's impressive earnings comes from her ventures outside of fashion. She launched the brand 818 Tequila in 2021 and took on the role of creative director for Forward. These business endeavors have further solidified her status not just as a model, but as a savvy entrepreneur. Recently, Kendall Jenner's career has seen a downturn, with the supermodel no longer at the top of the industry. Piling to her struggles, Jenner's been open about facing various mental health issues, including panic attacks. Nonetheless, Kendall's career continues to thrive. However, despite her health issues, she consistently graces the covers of major magazines and remains a fixture during Fashion Month. In a candid interview with Vogue, she shared, "I don't see why I shouldn't be honest about it. Now I feel very stable in my career. I have a lot of hope." Despite her optimism, Jenner has found herself at the center of internet controversy. In her personal life, Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny have pulled off a remarkable feat in love, a successful reconciliation following a breakup. Two sources spoke to Us Weekly about the couple's rekindled relationship over a month into their renewed romance. One source attributed their reunion to the undeniable chemistry, explaining that it led them to give their relationship another chance after their late fall 2023 split. They are now committed to each other. With Bunny's tour over, his freer schedule has allowed them to spend time traveling around Europe together, which has strengthened their bond. A second source noted that Bunny treats Jenner like a princess, winning her over with his respect and care. Kendall appreciates everything he does for her and how much he respects her. It's hard to resist when a man treats you like you're the center of his world, the source added. This attention and affection have contributed to their current happiness and stability as a couple. Isn't it interesting how, even in the world of high fashion, a little family maneuvering and a lot of personal flair can go a long way? Share your predictions and thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want more hot gossip, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for all the hot takes.